for someone who's brand new in the business, is that they're going to almost follow kind of what you're doing. It's just that they will have a little bit less of sort of what they have learned and a little bit more of what their why is and sort of what they are learning. Am I right on that?
Yeah, yeah. What happens is that post is more of a building trust, and I do it through values. And one of my values is family, is my relationship with my wife. So if I convey that, of course, it attracts engagement. So you see, the stories will attract the audience. How you nurture that audience is through sharing your values, what you behave, how you behave, things like that. So that story with my wife definitely engaged my audience. It was not a convert. It's not a conversion post. It's not an attract post. It's a building that relationship with my audience, the nurturing. And that's why you get comments. Just like someone who posts about their wedding, someone who posts about their newborn baby, someone, your anniversary, right? And all of those are engagement posts that gets your audience to react. So that's how I see this. I'm not necessarily looking for a post like that to convert, but I do see that as building that relationship. And so if I see many comments, then I can look at those and say, okay, some of our team members, some are not. Let me reach out to them privately. Hey, love that my story with my wife resonated with you. How about you? Do you have a similar relationship? And so then we can have that conversation again. So that's how I use this. It's really strategic. All these pieces of content connect together and they just build to create the results in the end.
So you're not just sort of randomly posting, like you're actually methodically thinking this out. Do you use a content calendar or something like that?
Recently, yes. And I've designed it with AI. So this way I'm feeding it. So I'm feeding it with my content and it's going to spread it across like a week, and it's going to say, okay, here's the stories you're going to post, here's here's the post and all of this, and sometimes it's going to correct a few things, right. But yeah, that's what I do. And here's what I did is I took my ideas of creating content from Alex Hormozi. I don't know if you know him,
yeah,
but he has this content formula, which he says most people are trying to copy content that is going viral. And that's a challenge because everybody's got the same content. Right. So what you want to do is, if you want to be unique, what you do is you create content from your stories, what your experiences, things like that. And how you do that is you go from far past, what you've learned, stories like my grandfather's story, my father, things that I've learned in the far past. Recent past would be the last week, months. And then present is right now. So if I'm on a Zoom and I'm learning something, I'm talking to a prospect and he says something, or a brand partner, that's just happened. I'm going to post about this. Like someone on Crossline, he sent me a message and he asked me, he said, if you were to get involved, like all in for a full year, what are your numbers? What would you do? Like how many people would you prospect? And so I answered him, but now it's going to be a post on my wall. So that's present. And then trends would be another one. So I recently posted about the fact that people are so concerned by like, what will people think of them? And I thought, look at the war going on right now. We've seen posts all over the place, but then it switched to the moon, the NASA launching, the space. You see that all over the place. People attention switch easily. So if you bother about what other people think, they'll not think about you for more than 5 minutes. They're going to switch their attention to something else. So that's a trend post, right? So I'm just using my life to document these posts. And when I look at my Facebook account now, it's almost like a book of my life.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I see it. It's the lessons, it's the experiences that I've been through. It's all of those things. So that to me is the way to build my content.